This podcast was recorded February 1st, 2023. Enjoy the show. Okay.
I don't know the theme, dude. I can't.
I don't either. You know what? Whatever.
Yeah, fuck.
Hello, Max Wellington.
Hello, Season Rights.
So, I think this is our first duo together.
Is it? I feel like that's wrong, but...
I mean, it could be wrong, but you know what?
In case it is, that's wild.
Jerry, in case I'm right, throw up a little bit of confetti.
Cool. That's epic.
I love that.
So, last podcast I talked about Red Dead Redemption 2 the entire time with two people who barely who hadn't played it, and I had to speak super generally about it as to not spoil. But now my Wolf Hat Lad was on that podcast and hadn't played Red Dead, but now I'm playing Red Dead with her, which is actually a lot of fun. So there, half of her playthrough has been her playing it, and the other half has been me streaming it to her of me playing it, and she's just backseat gaming me, which is not as bad as you would think. But we did have a little bit of a rocky start where she did spend like a good 20 minutes reading the the general store catalogs, like the actual text, which is pretty funny. It's a pretty like some, I wouldn't read all of them, but some of it did have a really funny read. Like there was one snippet of basically this kid who was writing into like the general store, basically saying, "Thank you. I spend hours admiring women's corsets. I'm 12 years old."
Jesus Christ.
which it took a second for Maya to catch on what was going on, but as soon as I was just like, "Oh no, he's jacking up." She looked at me and she said, "You know from experience?" And I'm like, I
do that shit all the time whenever I'm like in a call with Courtney and I'm browsing Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? And then like boobies pop up on my timeline. I go, "Ooh," and she goes,
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so but another game that we've been playing a lot is Breath of the Wild. She's been doing a playthrough, and I've been backseat gaming the hell out of her. To the point where there have been a couple times where she got a little bit mad at me.
You should teach her to wind bomb. That shit's fun.
Yeah, you know, I tried to teach her how to do this, like the stasis rock thing, where you like to
dude. You could do that shit in Fortnite now.
That's funny.
I know, cringe Fortnite, but like there's this like place, it's a quarry where like you can hit these blue rocks and they do the fucking like you can aim them with like hitting them and shit. And
That's
so I killed somebody with one day. This shit was funny.
Yo,
I was fucking riding that business, dude.
Yeah.
I wish you could play Fortnite with us again, Max.
I might pick it up again because you said Fortnite cringe, but I had a little change of heart. There's another Dragon Ball collab. Like,
oh yeah, it's the two new skins are Piccolo and Gohan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I saw that shit and I was just like, ooh. I saw there was Videl for a sec. I saw there, but that might have just been like a spray or something.
Probably, yeah. So yeah, no, like there's still the fucking My Hero Academia bullshit in the game.
That's pretty cool.
So like you could fight somebody who has like the fucking one for all.
Yeah.
And then you could also have the Kamehameha.
That's fucking cool. That's so dope. I'm not gonna lie, that's epic. I think I might install Fortnite again.
Cool.
Because the thing is, like, I'll play specific events. Like, I don't like, it's not a game that I'm just gonna boot up by myself. But
Well, yeah, no, it's like obviously, like if you do install Fortnite, you are free to just like be like, "Yo, you want to play some cringe nene baby game?"
yeah, I do like playing that with the boys. Just the thing is, like, I uninstalled it because we kind of like stopped playing after the.
I kept playing.
I know you kept playing. It's
And,
because
like-
it's because you like that game in any other state. Which is not
Because
bad. It's not
like-
bad. It's
No.
it's
So
fun.
like, let me rephrase your argument there. I like the game in zero build. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I like the game.
Yeah. Like, okay, here's the thing.
Mhm.
We sometimes the boys, me, you, Chip plays, Aceman 800, come in. Like, we like to play like Bed Wars sometimes, just because it's like an easy game that we all have Minecraft. There's no instance where we don't all have Minecraft installed. So sometimes we boot up Bed Wars. And I think I play it a little bit more often with Chip and Aceman than you. I'm not trying to say that I'm better friends with you but that would be a funny joke to make.
It'd be
But
sad because it's like I introduced you guys. It's like, come on.
okay, well, so
Yeah.
you know, like speed bridging and like blocking, like placing blocks to like
Yeah.
vary the terrain. Every time there's like any combat engagement in Bed Wars where anyone builds anything, Ace and Chip, God rest their souls, love to call cringe on that. They love to be like, I hate it when people do that. But like, that's part of Minecraft. There's a big part of Minecraft combat.
Yeah. It's also like Fortnite's identity, you know?
Yeah, like I understand. Like,
Oh my god, it all comes back to Fortnite and Minecraft.
let's go.
Dragon Ball Z, that shit in Fortnite. People can dress up as Goku in Minecraft.
Let's go, dude. Everyone is playing every game just to be Goku. That's all.
What about Halo? You can't become Goku.
That Master Chief as well. But I do want to say that like I do have fun in zero build, but I do feel like there is a large part of the game that's just missing. You know?
Well, I
Like-
mean, if you do decide to install it, I'm down to play the funny build.
Like, there is that video of that one guy playing Fortnite and he like just taps someone and then they fucking build for like a million years.
Yeah.
And then he just pulls out he does the sit down emote, and then like when they're at the top he just snipes them in the head. It is a little bit of a case of like, only do it when you need to. Like tryhards will build for like do that building shit forever, even if they don't need to.
Dude, so whenever I play build mode, just for the fucking giggles of it,
Yeah.
I hit somebody and they start doing that shit, I just walk away.
That's a good strategy. Because like their full attention goes into focusing on building things.
Mhm.
Like,
Dude, so the best strategy, honestly, for build mode is if you're like if like you have like the fucking mansion builders. That's what I'm calling them now. It's like just pack a 6-pack of grenades. You're good.
yeah.
Crumble that condo.
Yeah. Fortnite's all right. I do want to say it is really funny how I played Fortnite like really early on, like once, really, really early.
Mhm.
And I didn't really know if it was like about to pop off on Twitch or not. Because I really wasn't paying attention to Twitch analytics, and I was just kind of streaming for the sake of streaming. And I did like a fucking I did a Fortnite stream like really early on. It was like maybe in 2017. Like Fortnite was just made and people were like, look at this Fortnite thing, it looks pretty cool. But it hadn't like, I don't think it had caught on yet. Yeah, I'm a Fortnite hipster. I played it before. It was cool.
So did I.
Dude.
I got that shit on lock.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna send you a clip. I'm gonna send you a clip. Then Ace Man, I'm gonna send it to you too, so that like maybe you'll put it in. But I'm gonna hold on. Continue talking while I look for this clip really quick.
Fortnite's interesting. I like. It's just like I'm waiting for that time where kind of Fortnite has its Minecraft moment where everyone moves back to moves to a different game, so that Fortnite just has just regular people and not all children.
Yeah, which is I like Fortnite, right?
Yeah,
like it's a fun game, but there's so many fucking children.
Yeah, like, man. The thing is, that's like, it's not fun to make children angry. I made a child cry from a video game one time, and that's all I need. That's all I need for my life. I don't need to make more children cry based on beating the shit out of them in video games. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that experience. I already have the funny story of me playing Smash and just destroying a child who was talking a huge game beforehand.
Sorry.
My ego's a little bit. My ego's a little bit too large to play video games with children because I am relentless. I will just play to win. There are very handful select scenarios where I'm gonna let somebody win. Like, the thing is, you can call me a tryhard as many times as you want. I don't care. I am a tryhard, and I will fucking tryhard at every video game from now till I die. Like Valorant. I'm trying to get into playing Valorant competitively because I want to try and like train to be good at something. I don't like. I want to put.
That's why I play Overwatch comp.
Yeah,
is because it's because like I know I'm decent at the game, so it's like the only thing that's really holding me back, I would say. Sorry if I sound like I'm lagging out on your end, but it's my internet.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, I empathize with that because, it really sucks to, like, be fucking doing shit and, like, I don't know, be lagging. Like, I've had my few moments where, like, my friends were like, oh, let's play on the Japan servers of Valorant. And I was like, okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. I won't understand the call-outs, but, like, why not? So we booted it up, and I was just lagging. Apparently, I was the only one having the problem of just lagging. And it was so frustrating because I couldn't do anything, and I just, like, felt the ping. I just, like, I would see people run past me, start shooting at me, turn away, and, like, I'm shooting at them. Like, I'm trying to, like, I'm just, like, lasering them. I just can't kill them because it's not connecting to the server. It sucks. It sucks when that happens.
Speaking of which, I probably should like switch my shit back to like English servers.
Yeah, always like one of the things that is a little bit bizarre about games like Hunt Showdown, where you can pick your servers, is like sometimes certain servers will just go offline, and it's just like, what? This is US West. Why is it off? Why is it off? Why am I trying to play on US East? Like I get it. Hunt is a smaller game than Overwatch or Valorant, and I get that. You can't have servers literally everywhere. If you're kind of like a smaller game studio like Crytek. But damn. They go back up like soon after. Like, it might be my connection, it might be, I don't know. Who knows? But I'm getting back into Hunt Showdown. Like,
speaking of Hunt, you wanna play some of this?
Yeah, sure, why not? I've been getting really back into Hunt Showdown because I don't know why. It's just like I'm at the point where they've like started to add enough new content for me to be, I guess, interested again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the rounds felt kind of samey. And it's like a battle royale, whatever, There's gonna be a certain amount of sameness to each game, right? I don't know. It's just like once you've used every gun and you've gotten like a decent amount of upgrades, I'm not really a person that really kind of cares about prestiging. Like, maybe I'll get to the point where I'll be like, yeah, why not? I'll prestige. But like, I don't really. It's not really that fun or interesting of a game mechanic.
Prestiging, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like the rewards aren't like equal to the, like, there's not enough of a reason to want to prestige, because like I just spent so much time getting all the guns and like getting everything upgraded and getting ammo and shit. Why am I getting rid of all of that so I can do it all again? Like, yeah, I guess that would add like a little bit of a freshness to the game. Where, you're looking for blueprints again, but like, I don't know, they just need to add a little bit more. What are the maps? There's
Destal.
Yeah, there's Desal, Lost, and Delta. And
some other third thing.
Yeah, I feel like they desperately need to add either a new boss or a new map. I do not care about the battle pass. It's cool that there's a battle pass now and that there are quest lines and stuff like that. But a good old fashioned just new boss would be worth it.
Supposedly there's one in the works right now.
Yeah,
so.
but they've been saying that for months. Which,
true.
Small game studio, I get it. Like, releasing anything can just like break the game. But I'm glad they're adding new guns. Like, I really like the Lamont carbine. I really like that as an idea and a gun. That's cool.
It's genuinely pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been wishing for a Dolch carbine. So this kind of fills that want.
Yeah.
Because like a Dolch carbine isn't like too far off. But like that's a real thing. Like a C96 carbine, which is cool. It like I feel like it would add like a different, like a rifle with like another rifle with like that uses kind of like special ammo and has its own like kind of custom bullets. Because there's like the Dolch Precision, right? It has like it's basically one step away from being a carbine.
Yeah.
They just need to add it. But you know, like a rapid tap fire gun, that could be a little bit overpowered, but there's the aftermath. It can like literally cost like $1,000 to like, or not like $1,000 like real life dollars, but $1,000 hunt dollars to, you know, to buy. You know, because I don't know, it's just a good idea, because like I don't know, like the thing is they're not gonna do any like automatic guns. Like the closest we're gonna get is the aftermath. They're not gonna do anything bigger than that, I don't feel like. Unless they're gonna make a weapon that uses like both your primary and your secondary. Like a weapon that uses both slots or something like that to like balance it. But that would be cool. That would be cool, like a fully automatic gun. Like a fucking, basically like a turret or something that you can't be moving while firing or something like that. Because that gets rid of the main hunt showdown counter strafing strategy. The wiggle. the little
I
gun.
love the wiggle.
The little gun footsie, you know? The little gun dance.
I love the wiggles.
Dude, me too. That would be a funny meme with it's just like the wiggles, but they're like hunt showdown. Like characters, they have like guns and shit. I think I might make that. I think I might mock that up at some point. It's just like the background is like Scupper Lake or something.
Oh shit, the FNAF movie's starting to fucking
Finally.
film today.
Let's go! Matthew Lillard as Purple Guy. Let's go! That's such a good casting. Like that's actually fucking great. I love that. Fucking Scooby-Doo alumni and FNAF. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
What else have you been up to there, Michael Season Rights?
I just saw the most cursed image. I'm going to share it with you really quick.
No, that's not cursed. That's fucking great. That's blessed. That's not cursed. That's fucking epic. Yeah. I don't know what things have been occupying your mind.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, that game has like a weird like fucking like
grasp on my balls,
like a full-on like leg lock mating press on you.
I love Destiny 2, dude. It costs, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I pre-ordered the new DLC coming out this month.
Yeah.
I didn't just pre-order the DLC. I might have went a little hard on that purchase, and I might have purchased the little deluxe edition.
Oh,
for like $100,
bro.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have every single DLC to date.
You're the last what's it called? The last DLC or whatever expansion was Witchlight, right?
Witch Queen
or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Then it's Lightfall is the new one coming out.
Yeah, that's cool.
I tried to get Ace Man and Chip to play Destiny, right? Just to hang out.
Yeah.
Like do the free stuff.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do like the free raids and stuff with them, and
yeah, I know. I watched some of you guys play
yeah.
a while ago. have they fallen off?
Oh yeah, Chip and Ace Man quit because it was becoming a quote unquote chore.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. Those dudes
Max,
just
you
like
wanna play Destiny?
you gotta flip a coin, either Destiny or Fortnite.
Oof. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. I'm sending you my 5 terabyte hard drive so you can install everything.
No. Oh no! What a travesty!
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Oh no, I'm going to do it. Oh,
Don't. You gotta keep your hardware, my boy.
I don't have a 5 terabyte hard drive.
I know. Yeah, but I've been having a fucking I've just been chugging a lot of fucking Zelda shit right now. I need just a good clean game just to, just like, I need like a Minecraft, but not specifically Minecraft, because we've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently.
Yeah.
There was like a new server and shit.
New point of interest.
Yeah. I don't know. I recently booted up Breath of the Wild for the first time in a long time.
I legitimately thought you were about to say I booted up Rust, and I was like, why would you do that?
No, I would never do that. Also, I don't own
if it's just
Rust.
a server with the boys.
I don't own Rust.
Oh. Still doesn't answer my question. Not even if it was just a server with the boys.
I mean, I would probably play if it was with the boys, but like, other than with the boys, probably not.
Yeah, fair enough. So, for the longest time, what you remember the game The Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
So, when I was going to high school, there was a fucking like a drug ring of this game going around.
Oh yeah, no, I had one of those too.
Yeah.
There was a piracy ring of video games in my high school.
Yeah. So it ended up where so like the last thing that happened is we ended up finding a way to get Halo on the school's computers.
Shit. Damn,
Like,
that's fun.
So we got Halo going on, and like there's people like having like these tournaments during lunch. Like it's fucking wild. Like there's real money going on.
Oh,
that shit got shut down fast.
Yeah.
But then a few weeks later they started popping up again.
Classic, yeah. There was a ring in my school that had it had Hotline Miami. It had
Classic.
It had Undertale, and it had The Binding of Isaac. And those were just the games that, like, those were, you could, like, each and all of those games you could run on the school laptops, because they were like relatively low maintenance, and you could run it off of a USB, which was fucking epic. I don't know who started it, but it was pretty funny.
I started the fucking Binding of Isaac rundown,
bro.
Or was it Undertale? Because I know we had Undertale for a little bit too. No, it was Binding of Isaac, because like the Afterbirth Plus DLC came out, I think, or was it just Afterbirth? And so we were just like, fuck it, there, have fun.
I do also want to say that there was something in grade 8, I did start a club. But it was a bit of a off the books club. Because fuck it. So basically I started this club called the Lunch Club, and that was before the whole, call me Carson situation. I ran this club called the Lunch Club. Basically, we had a PS3, we had Skyrim, we had Dragon Age 2, we had FIFA, we had Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, we had Lego Batman and Lego Indiana Jones. And we basically got a monitor, and we would play Skyrim, basically just at lunchtime. And I got this electric kettle, and I got basically I bought a bunch of like ramen, tea, and like hot chocolate, and I would charge people. And it was popular. It was pretty popular. It got to the point where basically this dude would like this just fucking asshole would come in, basically try and just sit at the PS3 for the entire time, and like break every rule that we set possible. And there was a point where I was like, hey dude, you can't come in here anymore, because whenever we set a rule, you break it. And you just sit at the PS3 the entire time, and we want to play. I'm bringing this.
He ratted you all out.
Yeah, he ratted us out. And basically, I had a conversation with the principal, and I was like, "Hey, I set these rules. I communicated them to him. You know, I'm not breaking any rules. I am selling things, but I'm not making it for them. So that, you know." Just saying, they're technically making their own food. They're just giving me $1 because I'm providing it. And they're like, yeah, you're not really breaking any rules. It's just a little bit sketchy. They actually called me sketchy. And the thing is, here's the fucking kicker too. 3 years later,
they start up the exact same thing.
They did. They started a store where they sold the exact same shit.
More expensive, I'm guessing.
In our own school. No, same price basically.
Was Rat Boy the working there?
He didn't go to that school, but he would have. I know he would have. Which is really funny. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just had this friend, at the time, who would just hang out with him and just like chill with him after school. And every time I talked to him about it, he would just be like, yeah, I fucking hate this guy. This guy sucks. But I hang out with him because it's more like watching a fucking gorilla be on LSD. It's like you're going for the entertainment value, not the want to be his friend, which is fucked up, but it was funny at the time. Yeah, I had a fucking class with Rat Boy too. I had woodworking with him, I think. And he would just do the weirdest shit. Like, there was one time he was just, like, cutting wood, and that's it. But he was just, like, doing it the weirdest way possible. Like, he would basically, like, he would just, like, grab the wood, start sawing as hard as possible, and he would start, like, sweating. He would start, like, just like sweating and getting like super red in the face. Like he looks super exasperated. It was like one of those memes where it's like the William Knight and he's like, breathe in, and then he forgets to tell them to breathe in, and you can see the guy turning red. And it's just like, come on, man. It's just wood. It's not like I did a little bit of sweating in that shop on hot days, but like it was just like a 2x4. It's not that thick. I don't understand. I don't understand how you're sweating this hard. Yeah, I think about this guy sometimes. It's really funny.
Yeah, I can tell.
Because it's just like it's just the like obviously like there were a few things that were like, you know, at the time I probably was being a bit of an asshole about, and it probably did fall a little bit under the bullying category. But why did he hang out with us if that was an issue? We're in a high school. We had like a few of us had very few of us had classes with him. And we were all in a special class where we took half our courses. I don't know why this dude like got it, like was so in on it. But like, you know, Nathaniel also, or my boy Napinio, he also did the same thing, but he was chill. He was chill and didn't do weird shit. He was going through his monster cat phase, but that's forgivable.
Dude,
Everyone
I fucking love Monster Cat.
Everyone does something a little cringe in high school, at least. I'm not saying Monster Cat is a little bit cringe, like it's not bad, but Monster Cat Snapback, that's a little bit of a yikes. I'm sorry, Napino. I love you so much, brother. But that Monster Cat Snapback was fucking whack as shit, and you know it. That was a style choice. I will never let you live down the fact that you owned a Monster Cat Snapback. That's a relic. One day in a fucking ceremony, you should burn that hat. You should fucking that's gonna be a fucking like that's gonna give you blood. That's a blood ritual.
In his fucking room.
Yeah, the next day it's fucking back. It's on his head, but with chains around it. Chains around his head.
Fucking soul or some shit.
You can never get rid of Monster Cat Snapback. They will be here forever.
Yeah, no, Monster Cat Snapback was a fucking... Oh man, was there anything... I feel like... Oh man, I'm trying to remember if I did anything cringe in high school.
I did a lot of fucking cringe shit in high school.
Yeah, I feel like everyone did something just a little bit cringeworthy in high school. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything. I mean, there probably is, but like, I just can't remember. I've just shut it out of my brain just to protect myself. High school was fucking crazy.
Yeah, high school was okay. You know the infamous Jeff, right?
Oh, yeah.
The funny Jeff man. Yeah, I used to go to school with him.
That's fucking epic.
Yeah, I used to go to school with him. He's a cool guy. Cool guy.
DadBodSquadCast.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, but his name's Jeff.
That's the one barrier between you and really being friends with him is his name is Jeff.
Yep. No, I genuinely fucking hang out with him. He's cool. I hang out with him.
Yeah, Jeff.
Button in my pocket?
Jeff is all right. I know. We have a little bit of a habit of dogging on him. Fucking dog piling on him whenever he does anything. But
he used to do it just for the money, but you know, he's changed. So
I like how there's very little context. So Jeff Bought Classics is a fellow streamer and YouTube / Twitch personality. That was introduced to me by Michael like 4 years ago when we were playing Valorant.
That's for the funny the funny apology video meme that I haven't done in a while comes from.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a deep cut. Yeah, I used to do Valorant streams sometimes, and we would just all play. And DadBodSquadCast was one of those people who would come in and play with us. We would often dogpile on him because it was funny, but a little bit mean. God, that was so long ago. Like that feels like that's where I met Ace Man.
Was it because of Valorant?
Yeah, it was because of Valorant.
Huh.
Yeah, we all met because of Valorant. It was me, you, Ace Man, Jeff, and Maya. We all played Valorant together. Wolf Hat Lad is Maya.
Well, no, we met because of He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah, but I met Ace Man and Jeff because of Valorant.
Me and Valorant.
Yeah. Now Ace Man will never play Valorant ever again.
One of my alt accounts just got accessed from Brazil on Steam.
You should
change the password on that. I haven't accessed my alt account.
You should fix that. You should
Why
fix
it's an
that
alt account?
ASAP.
I don't use it.
No, you should fix that. Yeah, that was fucking many years ago. And then, like 2 months later, I was on DadBod.
Yeah, that was around the time we were thinking about a different thing. It was going to be you, me, and O'Hines.
Nights Without Pants.
Yeah, KWP. That was during that phase.
Yeah, like I still want to do that. It's just like we have DadBod, and we also like I also want to become my own like Twitch personality and have my own content, which it's a bit hard to work on two things like that at once. Like I'm just gonna use Ace Man as an example. He rarely uploads on his own channel because he's always working on DadBod. And I kind of wanted KWP to be like a big kind of collab. That's kind of why I didn't want to kind of push through with that. And I just kind of wanted to work on my own shit. But it's a pipeline dream. One day it will happen, I think. We'll see. Maybe it will happen. I don't know. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about this podcast, and I wanted to talk more about the new Breath of the Wild sequel.
Tears of the Kingdom, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that game.
I'm not.
You're not?
Yeah, I mean, because I don't want to get excited for games anymore. I'm going to pull a chip place here.
That's lame as hell. That's a lame as hell fucking point.
Well, no, it's because, like, all the games that I've been excited about, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still excited for it, but it's like, I don't want to get too hyped over it. Because games that I've played recently that have come out have been doo-doo monkey pants.
Like what?
Let's see. Modern Warfare 2 was pretty bad. It's I still play it, but it's still, still not that good.
Which part of Modern Warfare 2?
Pretty much. I've played all of it. So
like the campaign? Like I remember
the campaign was okay. Okay, the campaign was good. That's pretty much the only good thing about it. That and DMZ.
I remember you were really into DMZ and other shit a while ago. I still am I'm still into DMZ, right? Like I want to finish, not finish. I want to keep playing it. It's just I haven't played it in a long time because I've been playing Destiny. Yeah, there's what the fuck else? Overwatch 2. It's just Overwatch, but worse. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like
Lego Skywalker Saga.
Was that bad? I thought it was pretty good. Okay.
It was very mediocre.
I thought it was
on Showdown. That game gives me aneurysms.
I mean, that's not a recent game. That's just a skill issue.
You're a skill issue.
You love the call.
Wrong button.
Did you try to DC me?
No, I wasn't even trying to DC.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I feel like it's okay to like just go in with the expectation that most game like that with the understanding that video games are never going to be perfect. Like, they're an art form, they are inherently flawed. There's no such thing as the perfect video game for any like
You seen Fortnite?
it's not the perfect video game. Like one of the epitomes of not the perfect video game.
What is the perfect video game? Half-Life, easy, GG.
No, I wouldn't say that either. I mean, I haven't played either of them, but you know, I would say they're good. I wouldn't say they're perfect though. Like, I don't know. I just like I just have the expectation that it's probably gonna be good, but probably not like blow your brain off good. Like Cyberpunk. Everyone was really hyped for that, and they were all disappointed because it released in a broken state. And to play it well, you had to do a lot. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game and the story and all the things. But it's still like far from like perfect game. And like, yes, The Witcher 3. That's a game that I enjoy that game, but it can get really boring. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I am a Witcher 3 fan, but God, can that game drag its feet? Like, oh man, I don't know. Me playing Red Dead has kind of just changed my perception of video, like of narrative video games. Because like I would say The Witcher 3 is a narrative game. I would say like Uncharted is like a narrative game. I would say The Last of Us is a narrative game. But god damn, I have not seen a better narrative game than fucking Red Dead Redemption 2. Is it a good video game? It's alright. Every combat is a shooting gallery. And if you do anything slightly wrong, the game will punish you for it. But that game slaps. That game is fucking sick. And has some of the best moments in gaming. But I don't know. I just think like Red Dead is not a perfect game either. I just think that like obviously when I was playing Red Dead, I had some high expectations. Because a certain like a lot of people have said it's both really good, but also it's been said that it's kind of mid. So I just went in with the expectation that it's gonna be just like a 50-hour movie. And when I played it like that, I had a lot of fun. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just that's not how you should interact with gaming culture. Like think of the point of like things like E3 and like Nintendo Direct. Like the point is that you can see what's coming up, so you know, like, so you can get excited about it because they want you to be excited about it. You should be excited about things. Like things like having things that you can look forward to are like that's important. If you don't like have anything that you're looking forward to, then like what's the point? I guess it just kind of goes in. That's just kind of like a sub point of like video games nowadays aren't as good as they used to be, which is not true. The gaming landscape has changed. I would agree with that. There's definitely more pressure on AAA studios to release bigger and better games every year, and that can be that's just a result of what's popular in the industry and shit like that. It's, I don't know, it like gamers gamers that's all. Gamers have this weird tendency to do bizarre shit. And like gaming trends will fucking change. Like, think of fucking battle passes. Think of like open world games. Like in fucking like 2015 to 2020, all the AAA games were fucking open world.
Yeah, which is, I don't know. I mean, open world games are fine. It's just when they're dull and empty, you know. No offense, but Breath of the Wild was kind of like that, in my opinion. Even though like there's a lot of shit to like look at, you know.
I mean, okay, Breath of the Wild when you're playing it, you can either fall into two camps. You're playing it for a quote unquote Zelda game, with like a bunch of with puzzle dungeons and like combat and a very like specific story. And camp B, I want to upturn every nook and cranny of this place just to see what there is. I would say that if you fall into camp A, you're probably not gonna enjoy Breath of the Wild as much as the person who is in camp B, because there's a lot of shit in Breath of the Wild. That game is far from empty, but your perception of what an empty game is, like if you do not like little Korok puzzles, or if you don't like bite-sized puzzle dungeons, you're not gonna enjoy that. When you have the expectation of long dungeon Zelda game. As a person who's played both, who's been in both camps, at different points in their life, I think that you can be in both camps and enjoy the game. But I think that Camp A player will definitely probably enjoy the game a little less than Camp B player. I am very much a Camp A player. I really like classic Zelda dungeons, and I mostly play video games for the story that they tell. I'm not like the story, the overall plot in Breath of the Wild is a little lackluster, but the characters are enjoyable. So that's like, they are archetypical, but like they're still fun. That like, and that's why I do keep playing. But
the reason I like Breath of the Wild, right? It's like not because like I like, don't get me wrong, right? I love the open world of Breath of the Wild just because like you could look at the game and like see like there's so much environmental storytelling.
Yeah.
Same with like Cyberpunk, or I'm gonna say it, Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite had a fucking baller ass open world. There's like a lot of storytelling in that place.
Yeah, I do think that it's really hard to hit the good T-junction of like having a narrative game and having an open world game. Like Red Dead really suffers from that. Like
here's my hot take. I think a game that does that balances narrative and open worldness perfectly is GTA 5, because the world is lively enough to where like you can explore it and like you can like end up in wherever the fuck, right? Like there's a bunch of people still around. There's like the world just feels more alive, and there's also like the cool story that it can tell.
Yeah, here's a philosophical quandary for you.
Oh no.
Okay, do open world games have to feel alive?
I would say yes. Like they have to feel either alive or lived in. Because that's why Fallout works, in my opinion, with its open worlds. Because Fallout is a game that, or like the Fallout franchise specifically, I want to say Fallout New Vegas, is a game that feels both alive and lived in. Because there's so much like destruction and like just abandoned buildings around, and like there's a lot of like story elements within some of those structures that like tell a story of what happened.
Because as a person who's gone through all of like obviously this I haven't played all of Fallout New Vegas because I really don't enjoy those gun mechanics. I really have to enjoy that in order to fully play a Fallout game.
Yeah. Play 76 is pretty good with its gun mechanics. People shit on that game, but I think it got the No Man's Sky treatment recently, so
yeah. I think I think I might enjoy the Fallout New Vegas like mod remake. Because
if that ever comes out.
I mean, yeah, of course, like Fallout New Vegas is a fucking huge game with like a bunch of shit. I mean, the thing is, I believe the Fallout New Vegas and the Fallout 4 engine are the same, but with like a different coat of paint. I remember hearing that. I remember hearing that somewhere, that it's technically the same
that's
engine.
Fallout 4 and Fallout 76.
I don't know about that, because when I heard that fact, Fallout 76 hadn't come out yet.
Oh, well then I don't know.
I don't know. That could be...
No. It's Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing that, but I have no citations on that, so take it with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I just like I don't think necessarily like a world has to feel, I guess, lived in to feel alive. Like think of like Portal. Like all those are like test chambers that aren't like lived in. There aren't like many mechanics. There aren't like birds flying around, but like
I wouldn't say that Portal is an open world game.
Yeah, that's true.
The reason Portal works is because of how of the mystery, I guess, behind it. I don't know if I'm like citing that right. My brain is shutting off.
Fair enough. I don't know. I'm just excited about Tears of the Kingdom, and I hope that they deliver a little bit of a bigger story. Like, I think that Breath of the Wild was good in setting up for a future open world game in this setting. Now that we've explored every nook and cranny, now that we've figured out what is going on, we need something a bit more to bite our teeth into, and I'm hoping that Tears of the Kingdom will bring that, because in the fucking trailer there's Ganondorf, dude. We haven't seen Ganondorf since fucking like in like actually like almost 20 years. Like Ganondorf hasn't been in a Zelda game since like Wind Waker or like Twilight Princess. That's the last game Ganondorf has been in.
Really?
Yeah, those were like what, 2003 and 2008. We have not seen a Ganondorf since. There's been Yuga. Yuga was that's the closest we've gotten to a Ganondorf, I feel like. Yeah, no, that's I mean there was the Skyward Sword remake that had Demise, but that's no Ganondorf. That's not a fucking guy. I don't know. I'm just really excited because I really like Ganondorf as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Because he kind of like, depending on the timeline you're in Zelda, depending on the game, his character changes. But the thing is, there is like a little underlying constant. Like in Twilight Princess, he's still a little bit younger. He's like, he's fucking angry that he's been like attempted, like the universe has tried to kill him like 5 times already, and he has had it. He's fucking killed a few. He's killed a few fucking sages. He is fucking ready to rumble. But in Wind Waker, he's a lot more depressed because everything he knew and loved was just taken away from him, and he's just kind of this relic of like a fucking long time ago. And I really like just there's this I believe in Wind Waker, there's just this moment where just Link and Ganondorf just talking, and it's like really early game where we just get a small kind of snippet into like what he's thinking about and like him as a person. And like, I'm gonna be honest, Ganondorf isn't much of a character in fucking Ocarina of Time. I mean, he is a little bit, but you know, Link is a child, so he's not gonna be having many philosophical conversations. And there's not really much storytelling done other than Ganondorf has big castle, and he's kind of evil. I don't know. I'm just happy he's back. I'm just happy. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be necessarily the same character because, well, you saw him. He's a fucking lich now, which is like, you know, that's pretty dope.
I'm a lich.
I'm digging like lich Ganondorf. Like, that's sick. Like, no one I don't think people realized it, but like, fucking Ganondorf is a fucking like a warlock and a half. He's a fucking he has some fucking magical power. And like, people forget that because most of his boss fights are him jumping around using swords. But he's a fucking crazy ass sorcerer, like, for real. Like, think about like the blood moons in Breath of the Wild. That's just him resurrecting all the enemies. That's him. That's just him casting a little spell. That's so powerful. Like, just just looking at some of the things that they're doing with Tears of the Kingdom, just kind of surface value shit, is so cool. Like, you were talking about environmental storytelling. You know how in Breath of the Wild you could kind of spot the divine beasts all from the Great Plateau, sort of?
Yep.
They're doing that double this time. Like,
double.
They're like, fucking in the trailer, like, Death Mountain is fucking plugged up and drying out. There is a giant fucking storm just around the Hebra region, which is like where Rito Village is. There's just a giant fucking whirlwind vortex just there. And the thing is, we don't know if there's anything anywhere else, but I'm just that's cool. Like, I've listened to an interview with some of the Fallout game devs, and they were talking about making the skyline of the game kind of iconic. So like in Fallout New Vegas, you can obviously, like, pretty much from nearly any point, you can kind of see the New Vegas Strip and also the big dinosaur.
Oh yeah, from Nipton.
Yeah. And that's kind of placed there for reasons. That's kind of like storytelling. That's kind of environmental storytelling. I mean, they did that a lot in fucking Breath of the Wild, like the giant pillars with the giant swirling malice demon,
Yeah.
And like even like the fucking Akala Citadel, like that's fucking crazy shit. Which is the big fucking fortress that you have to climb up to get one of the fucking towers. I don't know, just like I feel like Breath of the Wild was really well designed. For like specific iconic moments. Like there are iconic moments that you can kind of do and come across because like, some of it's inevitable. And I feel like I don't know.
The clan just like out there in the world.
Yeah, I really like that. Like, I don't know. Yes, they could have used a lot more classic dungeons, but like there are like 150 shrines. That's a lot. That's a lot of shit. And some of them are pretty like a lot of the shrines are a lot closer to like classic Zelda than any of the Divine Beasts. Which, that's fucking cool. I like that. But I am happy that, we're probably like hopefully. Don't quote me on this, but I think we're going to be getting 7 dungeons in Tears of the Kingdom.
What quarter you want it?
Well, maybe. I don't know. There's very little shit that we know about this game. All I know is big fucking Death Mountain clogged. Vortex Zelda might die. Which is kind of interesting. I've been listening to a lot of Zelda theories. And apparently one that was like really big that I heard of that I kind of based my entire perception of what the game was gonna be on was that the if you play the trailer music backwards, it plays like the original NES like Game Over track, which apparently is not true. I feel like I went on record a while ago talking about that fact. That's just not true. Apparently, that's just wrong. I was watching, and apparently they were like, yeah, no, that doesn't, no. I was watching like Nintendo Black Crisis or something, and he was like, yeah, that's not what it's like. We transposed the theme onto like sheet music. That's just not right. But it was cool. It was cool for a minute, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about those trailers that I feel like we haven't discovered yet. Like, of course, people have played those things front to back for like ever. But like, I don't know. I'm just so excited for the next trailer because like, I don't know. Like,
dude, the ending to the new game is just going to be Link getting abducted by the G-Man.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited for
again.
I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm so excited. It's just looking, I mean, like, I feel like whatever happens, like, whether it be like a bunch of bite-sized new dungeons or it's more classic dungeons with a more streamlined story, I'm gonna be happy either way. I'm most likely gonna enjoy whatever happens with this. There's not much that can go, like, there is this chance that they're gonna release the game and they're gonna be like, oh fuck, oops, we forgot to make the game like run good. Like, that is a possibility. That definitely sort of happened with Breath of the Wild.
Did it just not run on fucking Wii U for like the longest time?
No, it did. It was fine. It did have some kind of stutters and crashes. on Wii U, but they were making a game for two consoles at once. So, you know, a little bit forgiven. Yeah, I don't know. Do I wish that they would just kind of release a more powerful Switch? Yeah.
Are we gonna get it?
I
No.
mean, we might. It, like, thinking about how the life cycle of the 3DS worked, they're probably gonna do something similar. Like, they're probably gonna be like, new Switch amiibo bullshit. Like they're probably gonna do something. They're probably gonna do a little something. You know, I feel like they're gonna be trying to extend the Switch's lifespan as much as possible, because like the Switch came out in like 2017. It's been like 6 years of that being out, and they released like the OLED version, which is cool. You know, the OLED version is fine. Like, you know, it's better for taking out, but like, I want them to make a better one that can run shit in 1080p. Maybe one day. You know, now that we're at like 4K and 8K, they'll finally up their game to 1080p. Yeah.
And then like we'll have to wait another millennia before we see 4K games from Nintendo.
Yeah. I am kind of excited for them to, like, because there is like Switch emulators out and stuff. They're not as well optimized as Semu, I feel like. I mean, we'll see. But like, they're gonna crack Tears of the Kingdom in like fucking like a week. And that shit's gonna be out. So, and people are gonna be fucking working on mods for it. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just generally excited because like there comes a point where like people can just like where gamers just become so good at like just making like just emulating shit that we can just fucking make like we can make our own. Oh, we can make our own Nintendo games. We can make our own 4K Nintendo games. Like, we can do it.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it, you know? All we have to worry about is just buy the games, and then, you know, we can do all the shit. Like, I do remember it did take like quite a while for Breath of the Wild to become like super stable on like Semu and shit. Which, I mean, with all emulation games, it's obviously it's gonna take a while, and you know, remember, buy the game, support the company.
I heard that shit.
No, buy the game, please.
Do it.
Buy the game.
Pirate it.
I mean,
become
like,
Yar funny man.
I mean, like, a lot of people just bought Breath of the Wild without even buying a Switch. Like, I don't know if you remember, but it was a huge statistic when Breath of the Wild came out that both on Switch and Switch copies had sold over the amount of Switches sold, which is just really interesting because you know that some of those people were definitely buying the Switch game so they could emulate it later. Which, you know, funny moment. I sure hope they don't crack down on emulation like that. Like they did with, you know, a lot of emulation before. Because I feel like emulators are good. You just like, you shouldn't be prohibiting them, but you should keep an eye on them. Because like, you are losing money with emulators and shit like that. Like, no doubt. Like, for sure. I know for a fact that, you know, companies will lose money over this shit. But you should find a way to support it. Because, like, think of things like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, it did take a year to come out on PC. But it did come out. And I think that's just... I feel like that's just kind of perfect
100 days to go.
until the new one comes out on PC or whatever.
No, sorry, until the new Legend of Zelda game comes out.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. I think that I'm gonna steal a thing from Peanut Butter Gamer for my for when I start YouTubing again and when I start releasing videos. I think I'm gonna do Zelda month. Because I don't know, I just like Zelda. I like my Zelda games. And like it's one of those things, like, I don't know if you watched Peanut Butter Gamer back in the day, but like his shit is fucking
I still do.
Yeah, his shit is funny. Like, he's one of the YouTubers, like, I'm sure every fucking YouTuber, you know, everyone is a shitty person inside. Like, that's just how life is. But he's one of the people that I feel like has remained kind of controversy free. Like, kind of like fucking AVGN, you know? I feel like he's like one of the people that kind of will just, like, you know, we'll probably never hear about anything. They probably won't do anything, so because they're just kind of like wholesome, which I like, you know. Peanut Butter Gamer is the universal constant. Yeah, I'm definitely
corruption himself.
I also remember back like a few years ago, there was he stopped doing Zelda month for a while, and he was like, yeah, but feel free to do your own Zelda month if you want. I'm just gonna take a break from it for a while because, you know, he could want, you know, there are only so many Zelda games that you can make top 10 lists about. I don't know.
My Zelda month is going to start with top 10 funny looking rocks in Breath of the Wild.
Number 1,
Number 10,
all
that
of
one.
them.
Number 9, that one.
Number 6, this one. Number 3, Hebra Mountain, because it has a giant hole in it. That's pretty weird.
Number 6, Mountain of Time.
I already did that one. I already did number 6, I feel like.
Oh.
Okay. Is that I feel like, you know, we rambled on for about 2 hours. I think that's it for me. I'm just excited for Tears of the Kingdom. And that's the one game that I'm gonna buy week 1. There are not many games that I will actively seek out. But that's gonna be one of them. The last game that I think I did that for was Smash. Because it's Smash. And I love Smash. Let me smash. And that's just the end of the podcast.